What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Sixth Psycho Surgeon Operator, and welcome to the MBK channel, Operator MBK. And tonight we are back here with War or Zombies. War?
How are y'all doing tonight?
They're doing shitty because they're not yet into this video. Then they will be happy. Yay! Alright,
Yeah,
so we're going to be
perfect.
talking about another subject. As we covered in the previous video, we were talking about e-girls and internet gangsters or internet bullies. I prefer to call them internet gangsters because that's what they a lot of the times portray they are. And we didn't really touch too much. We didn't really touch on e-girls. That's what this episode right here is for. This is part 2 of the e-girls and internet gangsters video. I don't know. I don't really want to call this a vlog because it's not a vlog. I'm sitting in the Call of Duty menu. But this is more of like a a little video, talking about this touchy subject. This is a subject matter video. That's what we'll call this. I'll put these on a playlist. That's what we'll call this. So we talked last time about internet gangsters and internet bullies. So this time we're going to touch on e-girls. Now, if you did not watch the previous video, which I highly suggest you do, I'll put an indentation in the video. And if you click that, it'll take you right back to the first video. You can watch part 1, so you'll get a better understanding of what we're going to be talking about in part 2. But I will explain somewhat of what an e-girl is real quick before we get into it. An e-girl can actually mean, there's no true definition for it. E-girl originally stood for, I can't remember exactly what it stood for. And then somebody said it was called Ethernet girl, and a lot of people, it basically revolves around a girl who streams, makes videos, or tries to get on video games as pretty much a fake gamer, but as a gamer girl to try to surround themselves with men because they're attention seeking. Well, I don't know any nice way to put I'll try to put this nicely. Attention seeking whores. How about that? They're attention seeking whores, and they try to surround themselves with a lot of these Call of Duty players who don't really have a life outside of the game, or they may not be popular, and they try to get this information out of them. They may not be popular in school. A lot of these younger guys, they may not be, they may not really have a lot going on right now. They deliberately surround themselves with these type of players because they like getting the attention. They feed off of their attention. So we're going to get into that real quick. I'll also want you guys to go check out my boy, Killa Snacks. Kill Snacks. I call him Killa Snacks because to me it sounds cooler, but whatever. Go and check out his channel. Want to give a big shout out to him. Click the indentation below in the video description. You will see a link to his YouTube video, and Lego. So, Zombie, what is your thoughts on e-girls?
Well, as I like to make everybody feel good about themselves. And my opinion on e-girls is, e-girls aren't bad. I personally have a friend who I know is an e-girl. She likes having guys around, and it's mainly because I know she has something that bugs her. She doesn't like being bullied, and that's another thing that goes back into the last episode. But there are some times where e-girls are just too much. Like you put whore. You know a whore in high school when you see a whore. You can
Right.
If you can't pick out a whore, you're fucking stupid. Anyway, so, but I mean, like, if she just has like a few select friends and they've been friends for a long time, like I have a friend who I've been friends with multiple times, I played with her all the time. But along with what you also said with the younger group of men, these guys not only don't have a life or don't have a life outside of gaming, they are kind of nerdy, I would say, I guess, and therefore in high school girls aren't exactly attracted towards them. So they not only try,
They
surround
play on
themselves
their
like their
emotions,
friends online.
essentially.
Yeah, and e-girls not only fit this description because they can have multiple friends. You can have one e-girl and have multiple friends, but then they found a girl who can stand them because they don't know them exactly. Like I put in the last video, you can come online and you can be whoever you want. I could say I'm fucking Batman and nobody could prove me wrong.
Batman!
Batman!
I am the knight. Alright, so back to it.
But, in my opinion, e-girls aren't bad in small doses.
Right, now, you see, that's the thing. That's a really touchy subject right now because my experiences with e-girls have never been, those type. Like, I understand those type because, even me, I get on sometimes, just talk to people, and, if I'm having a good day, then I don't brag much. I'm not a boaster. I do not believe in it, because somebody always has something going on. To me, people are equal. We're all equal. We all have something going on. Whether you have, and if I can touch real quick on something I said earlier about having no life out of the game, what I mean by that is I don't mean just because you play a lot of video games. Hell, I play a lot of video games all the time. And, you know, just because you don't play video games all the time, or you don't I mean, you don't, you know, you play video games all the time, that doesn't mean you don't have a life. When I say people who don't have a life outside of the game, what I mean is people who literally have no social activity outside of the game. That does not classify as people who go out and have a job. I'm not talking about these jobless bums that sit around all day and play video games. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who don't really have a social life. So when they get on these e-girls that are, I'm not talking about the e-girls like Zombie here was referring to as, you know, trying to get a little bit of attention, because I do that sometimes. If I'm having a really good day, I'll get on, you know, somebody asks me, I'm like, oh, well, you know, what happened today was, you know, try to get a little bit of attention, you know, a little bit of praise for something good that I've done. There's nothing wrong with that.
I always give you attention.
Okay, that was just, that was creepy as shit. I'm gonna have to put some X-Files music when you say that, just dun 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 dun.
That's a thing, was like I say, you know, there's many different types of e-girl, I would say, in my opinion. And like I said before, some are good, some are bad. Most of them are bad. Like, I mean, would you date a whore twice?
No, what you do is you take into currents the pimp motto. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Whore, you go to the doctor and check yourself real quick and get yourself checked out, and then you're gonna go back out with her again. Like, where's the logic there?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say the pimp motto here because I will get raped. I will get raped with comments about, oh, you're a bastard. So
You're a bastard, huh?
So anyway, but you know, for the MLG girls that are MLG. Anyway, Lego.
For you girls who aren't constantly just looking for attention, you get on to enjoy the game and have fun. That's what a good girl gamer to me is. I'm not saying e-girl gamers are bad. I can only handle one e-girl gamer in my friends list at a time. Like, I probably still have one hidden down in somewhere, but I don't talk to him. I probably haven't talked to him since fucking Black Ops 1. You know? It's not like I sit here and go through my friends list, but...
That's right. Keep it going.
Smoke weed every day.
I just got my MLG soundboard, so I'm gonna be flaunting that in some videos, guys. But you know, going back to what Zombie said, he's right though. You know, if you're just going on looking for a little bit of attention, no problem. You know, but you know, my thing is with me when I refer to e-girls, I mean, like I was explaining before, these attention whores. They literally have so low self-esteem in real life that they feel as though they have to get on a video game and make other people want them. They talk about how sexy they are. Hell, some of them talk about their sex life to try to give, you know, these guys with no life outside of the game, you know, fucking nerd boners.
Yeah, you're so sexy.
Oh my God.
I'd find you and rape you.
Oh Jesus. And alas, Kimberly was found, raped.
No one gives a shit. Turn this music off. You can't tell me you wouldn't know. There you go. You can't tell me you wouldn't have done it to Kimberly either.
No, really though, you know, but you know, this is my message to e-girls: stop, okay? If you get on there and just try to make everybody feel like shit, make you sound like you're more important than everyone, and that you're so this, you're so that, we don't give a fuck. I mean, you know, people like me, because I'm a pimp, I'm a boss. No, not really. I'm actually kind of a loser. Anyway, that's something hella weird to admit on the internet, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But people like me, though, you know, I don't care, because the way I was raised up was, don't act like your shit doesn't stink, because once you do, you can't even smell it on your own ears, because your head's so so far up your ass. I mean, you know, you're not better than anyone just because you get into a game and you think, hell, you could be hot, you could be sexy, you could have a nice voice, you could be really good at the game. That doesn't matter. Don't go around flaunting it like you are literally the epitome of a goddess. Don't do that, because, you know, everybody has their own opinions, their own taste. Don't think you're better than everyone, and stop trying to play on these people who really have, you know, strong emotions, and they're trying to play on those emotions.
And another thing, for you e-girls who literally are getting on and will just want someone to say they love you and that they care and that you're beautiful, I want you to go look in the mirror and just say that to yourself every morning. Tell yourself you have a nice ass if you need to. You should not psychologically need anybody else to tell you that you are a person and that you are perfect because you are you. And I might be saying, like, quoting a bunch of stuff randomly, but I'm a big psychology guy. I feel like everything that's mental can be solved. And if you just want someone to tell you you're beautiful, go to the mirror, paint on the mirror your favorite black dude. I don't give a fuck. And just mouth them that, you're beautiful and that you're perfect. Because let's face it, if you were the same as everybody else, I'd probably kill myself because I would not enjoy that world. Would you enjoy a world where everyone was like you? No, I'm not gonna respond to that. No, hold on. Let me rephrase that.
Well, my opinion on it is just the fact that, he's right. You don't need anybody else to tell you you're perfect. Let me quote the pimp of all pimps, Cat William. If you the shit, bitch, you the motherfucking shit. You don't need somebody else to tell you you're the shit, because you are the shit. You gotta know that you are the shit. And I don't know why he says shit so much, because shit is a pile of fecal matter that does not matter. It is fecal matter that does not matter. So I don't know why, but anyway, you gotta.
Play on words.
That's right. Anyway,
Oh.
so you gotta be your star player. I think Cat Williams is very inspirational when he says that in his stand-up, because it's the truth. You are your own star player. You've got to be your star player. You got to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, you know what? I'm good with who I am. I'm good with me. I'm good with the way things are going right now. Hey, life may not be going, exactly where I wanted it to go, but you know what? That doesn't matter, because I'm not going to stop being happy over some bullshit.
I mean, like, especially you girls in high school. I'm not going to lie. When I was in high school, I was bullied a lot. Did I retaliate? Yeah. Did I get suspended for my retaliations? No. I probably should have multiple times. But here I am. I'm on my friend's channel, who I met like a week ago. Not gonna know. About a week ago, and Operator has been fantastic. He's a great guy. You guys should subscribe. I'm about to go fucking subscribe. Anyway, you in high school, you can't let others get to you. Because, like, honestly, my teachers are right. They said, look around this classroom. When we did, they said, how many of these people do you honestly think you're going to see when you leave this school on the last day of school? And they said, you might see one or two in the next 3 months. And I have seen one in the past 5 months. And it was one of my buddies. So, it's kind of just one of those things where you're like, yeah, these people are going to get to me, but they're not going to be there forever. I mean, like, honestly, nobody leaves an impression on you unless you let it happen. Now, that impression can be good, bad, or indifferent, but you should make it the best it possibly can be. Now, I'm gonna make a really, really terrible example.
What would that example be?
9/11. The plane
Stop
crashes.
talking.
All the people that.
I'm gonna get kicked off of
Yo.
YouTube.
Okay, a different one. A bad example is, I had a best friend commit suicide 2 years ago. Bad side, I just lost a best friend to one of the hardest things possible a person could lose to. Good thing, I know he's in a better place, and I will never forget him, and he will always live in my heart because he was my best friend. And you cannot let others be your backboard. You have to be your own backboard. Life is not going to be easy if you rely on everyone else.
Well said, Zombie. That was some touching shit. Well said. I think you're tugging on people's heartstrings. Well, anyway, everybody.
I try.
So that was Zombie Wars Zombies, and I am your boy. As always, mash that subscribe button, hit that like button, punch that notification bar in the face until it gives you my notifications. I'm the sick psycho surgeon, the operator on the MBK.